Ew. Ew. Hello. Nice to see you here. Nice to have you back. Sorry, it's been a long time. I've been very busy. I have an interesting video for you today. A little bit of a game, I guess, a little bit of an experimentation. I really love going op shopping. If you're not Australian, that is secondhand shopping, thrift shopping, vintage, retro shopping. Love op shopping. It's like one of my all-time favorite hobbies. My mum does too. And one of my favorite things when I go into op shops is to look at the art supply section. Usually just like rubbish, little kiddies pencils and crayons and stuff like that. But every so often I'll come across some like vintage or retro art supplies. And I do have a pile of them over there. I haven't touched them, haven't used them. Some of them I haven't even opened. But the other day my mum went into an op shop and there was a box of art pastels on the desk, and the woman was like, I'm going to throw these away. You can have them for free if you want. I'm never going to sell them. No one's going to want to buy these because of the issue that's inside the box. Apparently, the inside of the box all disintegrated, and yeah, so she wasn't gonna sell them. So my mum was like, I'll give them to my daughter. She might want to use them no matter what. Anyway, she gave them to me. I don't know if they're like it's particularly good quality or anything. They might just be student quality things, but I haven't opened it to have a look yet. I'm scared. There's like weird black dust or something like coming out of the gaps of the box of these pastels. They're soft pastels. Yeah, so I thought we could open them together and see what happens. Might be fine, might be a terrible catastrophe, but I guess we will see and maybe use them. They're soft pastels, and are soft pastels the chalky ones or are they like the waxy ones? I'm not sure. Anyway, this is the box. Art spectrum, artist soft pastel assorted colors. So I don't know. They're made in Australia. I don't think they're particularly good quality, but I like the box they're in. It's a fun box. Let's move over to the desk and open it up. I'm scared. I see weird black dust, which makes me think that like the soft padded thing that all the pastels sit in has disintegrated, but I can hear them in there. Anyway, let's open it and either be amused or revolted. Last sip of my coffee before I open the scoundrel inside. My favorite mug, ladies and gentlemen. Handmade by Peachy. Glorious human. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'm already grossed out. I don't like things, you know. No. Oh, what the heck? Why is it so hard? Oh, that is revolting. I hate this. It smells bad and I hate it. Yuck. Ew. Ew. Okay, gross. Let me show you. That's yucky. That is yucky. I mean, if I was the lady at the op shop, I also wouldn't have sold this. But the pastels look like they're fine. They look like they're, I don't know, it's a bit moist in there maybe. Weird. This is weird. I just pulled out some paper towel that was here and look, some Senalia pastels that were semi-protected from the weird times. That's fun. But they look old, don't they? Look at the text. Look at the font. They are definitely not chalky ones. They are like waxy buttery as heck oil pastels. I think the labels on them are also, they've also gone all sticky and weird. Oh, we'll keep going. It's not that bad, but it's just like texturally yucky. At least it's not dusty and flying in the air. It's more sticky than anything. I wonder how old these are. I don't know how old the Art Spectrum brand is. The box didn't look that old, but with the typography and stuff, and I don't know, it just seems not modern. I mean, not in the last 5 years at least, perhaps. I actually have no idea about these things. They have been used a little bit. You can't see that. Oh well. I'm looking forward to trying these out. I haven't really used chalky pastels before. Not since like high school days. So I'm thinking they could be cool. I'm gonna do some swatching in my color palette swatch book, sketchbook. Try them all out. I want to try draw with them. I want to try smudge them, and I want to use like one of those smudgy stick things. I've got a smudgy sticky thingy. I don't know what they're actually called. And I'm gonna try and like smudge with that smudge stick thing as well. Can you use them with water? I'll try that as well. I think using chalk pastels like this will be interesting in collaboration with like other materials, like maybe a watercolor painting with some chalky elements, or like a pencil drawing with some chalky parts to it for layering. Could be interesting. I'm afraid I might have clogged up our mini vacuum cleaner. Don't tell Thomas, my partner. Might not be very happy about it. He freaking loves that thing. There's definitely a stickiness going on, and it's around the labels. Like it must have somehow gotten moisture in the box, which is how the thing disintegrated. And in turn has made all their little labels quite tacky. So I might, when I do my swatching, I'm going to write down what they are, and I think I'm going to pull the labels off because they're gross. They're grody. No one wants this on their fingers. Look. Yucky. And the box that they were in is currently in the sink in the laundry area, getting soaked, having a full-on spa attack. I don't know. I feel like if I maybe I could paint the box, paint the inside of it at least, and try and coat whatever yucky stuff is going on there. Or maybe it's time, it needs to go in the bin. I don't know. I don't know about mold and stuff. Will this be moldy? It doesn't look moldy. It just looks powdered. It's just disintegrated. It's fine, right? It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Raw umber? But this is like grey. What the heck? Okay, that's the last one. Into the incinerator. Burn it. Okay. But I am kind of grossed out and perturbed. But we managed to get rid of the weird thing. This is my color palette play and experimentation swatchy sketchbook situation. Have to come up with some sort of catchy name for it. This is a sketchbook from Etcher Lab that they sent me. It's a watercolor sketchbook. Lovely, love it. If you're a patron, you would have seen it, and if you joined in on my Scribble Brigade, the getting comfortable with color palettes and color palette play, you would have seen it as well. So I might go through it in another video, but for now, let's open it to a new page, and I'm going to swatch these weird baddies. And I've got my little fine liner pen as well. So this is, I know you're going to ask, because I love this pen and I would ask too. It's a Pilot High-Tech C, really fine nibbed pen, gel pen thing. I'm going to use this to write notes and stuff like that. I'm going to maybe make like some sort of grid situation, because I want to do a swatch as it is. I want to do a finger smudge. I want to do I don't know what these are called. I keep calling them smudge sticks. I know they're not called smudge sticks. A smudge stick, and I might try it with a little bit of water. So let me just make up some little grid using my very light Prismacolor pencil. This is the Pale Sage. Get them into some sort of a color order situation. I'm so perplexed by the raw umber. It's gone gray. How bizarre. Okay, that's more or less color order. Let's do some swatching. I'm gonna change up the camera angle so you can see better. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I've never used chalk before, not since high school, and I don't know what I'm doing. So, okay, series 1. Let's go 502 lemon yellow. And then how do I... And then there's that one. Oh, I should do that with all of them. Yeah. Oh, this is the same Flinders Red Violet 517, but this is V517, this is T517. I have no idea what these numbers mean. And these V's and T's. Does anyone here know? I might have to do some little research. This one I'm kind of looking forward to trying out because it's weirdly white and grey for something that's meant to be raw umber. Like, it looks like its pigment has gone. How weird. I mean, it's a nice grey. Also, I remembered with these things, to sharpen them, you use sandpaper. I have used it before, but I couldn't remember. It's a lovely, like, warm, light grey. Yeah, did the colour just die? Did it just, like, the moisture, was the colour extracted from the moisture? How weird. How very, very weird. You can't see any of this white one, but it's there. I wish there were more greens. There's not many green. Australian leaf green. I mean, yep. That feels like an Australian leaf. I love that one. That's a colour I will use a lot. These are both also Australian leaf green, but with different shades. That's fun. That feels quite Australian green to me. I like that this set was made here. It's an Australian brand. There's a lot of Australian colour names in here, which is nice. I do love putting the chalk pastel into the water. How satisfying. And this is the same but with a P. Series 2, P578. That. There we go. There we go. All the colours. They look beautiful. There they are. They look lovely, actually. They're really nice. I really like the pigment of them. I do wish there were a lot more greens. I'm interested in learning how to now mix the colours and layering the colours and seeing how they go. I most enjoyed using the smudgy tool, this middle one, and also water first, then the colour on top. So yeah, I'm going to wait for this to dry now, and then I'm going to give it a little spray with fixative so that it doesn't get too messy, and I'll probably put a sheet of baking paper in between to keep it nice and safe. Yeah, and then maybe we'll do a little bit of mixing, making new colours and layering and see what happens. And then maybe create an artwork a little bit later. Okay, now that page is dried and I've put some fixative on it using the Senolia fixative for oil pastels. Should be fine for soft pastels as well, hopefully. I'm gonna play with some color mixing and seeing what happens when things happen, you know. Maybe we'll start with I want to make some more greens and stuff, so yeah, I just want to play with this. And I really like the smudgy stick, but also maybe it's fun to use the fingers as well. Yeah, layering, fun. I guess this is good for if you want to like embed some more details. I'm not sure. Or do I just use my fingers the most? This is good as well. Like, I guess you could have a mixing palette area and then you like pick it up and then add little bits, maybe. Let's make like a dark green. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing. I never really used this kind of thing before, so I don't know like what the techniques and stuff are. I do love using the water with it because maybe it's because I am a painter. It feels more natural to want to paint with them. I mean, I guess they are more or less pigments, like just dried pigments with some binder, I imagine. Just want to make some green here. It does bring up the paper a little bit though. That is a nice color. Get some of these like lighter browns to kind of make a more neutral, natural green, which could be fun in en plein air situations. Some of these pastels are very scratchy though. You're probably not meant to blow them away, right? Because that's dust. Some of that. Let's put some red. And maybe a really light yellow. What does that do? A nice ochre. Nice brown. Add some blue. What happens if I add yellow to the black? It'll make a nice green. That's a dark, nice dark green. What if I add this yellow? It's like a nice olive green. That's pretty. That's very pretty. I'm gonna add some yellow. Let's add some pink to kind of bring it down a little bit. That's nice. I do like just getting messy like this and seeing what happens. Oh, it's so satisfying. I mean, the most satisfying bit is drawing directly on top of water like that. So yummy. How good is that? That is a nice color. Purples as well, like mixing with purples makes nice olives and interesting things. Let's do it when it's dry. What does it do with this color? That's a nice color too. Nice soft, like sagey grey. That's lovely. Do like this color too. Making all the neutrals. What happens if I put a bit of pink in that? purple. Oh, pink with this colour. Will that give us a nice purple situation? Yeah, that is quite a nice purple situation. I mean, I already have some nice purples anyway, but it's fun to learn how to mix colours. What if we add some of this in? It's quite overpowering, that one, which is good, I guess, for layering. Oh, that's a nice rich brown. Do like what's happening here. All of these dark greens. What about if we add some extra dark blue in there? Pretty. And purple. This one, it's very scratchy, this one. Some of these, I mean, maybe it's because they haven't been opened or used in however long, but there's like, yeah, almost like a layer of hardness on them. Let's play with some of these colours. I'm actually going to shake off this into the bin. That's nice, isn't it? Let's add some blue to that. Like, this one is so scratchy, it just doesn't want to get used. So that fully neutralized that one. This nice neutral blue color. Let's play with some of these. This will be a nice combo too. That's good. I think like a purple with this ultramarine will be nice as well. Like a nice violet. That's lovely. I like that. That's very pretty. Get a lot softer as well. Add some green to that. It's going to make a nice olivey color. Pretty. I do like it. Add some water and see what happens. Right over here. Yeah, I feel like I would love to almost have like a mess page or a palette page somewhere while I'm making a painting, to then be able to pick up like little bits of dust with the paintbrush and like add it to other little things like so. I haven't really used much of the white. Let's try some. What happens if we add white to this purple? Do probably need to clean my fingers a little bit. Or I could use the smudgy stick. Yeah, it just softens things up nicely. Some nice stormy blues. That's pretty. Let's get some of this color and maybe some yellow and see what happens. Love that kind of color. And what if we add some white down here and blend it? It's going to be fun to make really, you know, if I was in the mood, to make some really thoughtful, slow, well gradiented artwork using the smudgy thing. But I just love scribbling too much. I feel like I would struggle to slow down because I would want to just get real messy. Play with some reds a little bit maybe. I tend to not use many reds in my work. Let's see what kind of neutrally greeny olives we can get with red and green. I feel like it's easier to mix with the finger. That's lovely. I want more green though. Maybe like a little bit of the blue too. That's nice. Bit of the white. That's a pretty color. I do love a sage, a medium-y sage kind of situation. This is such a strange color. Caput mortuum. What name is that? Is that something I should know? Yeah, you almost have to like break the seal of a hard layer to get some color. Pretty. Yeah, let's do some more reds. I did say that. This red. Maybe, mix it with this dark blue. Oh, this red is so scratchy. And what about this red with the dark blue? It also changes depending on which one you put down first. Maybe? Maybe not. Let's see this color. Nice brown. It's a nice kind of skin tone. That's fun. Oh, not a fun one to draw with. Yeah, we don't have any like cool oranges either. So yeah, the reds can make us a nice orange. What about like the purple? Oh, the scratchiness, not fun. And a bit of yellow. Nice like orangey brown. That's quite pretty, isn't it? Let's get rid of this extra fluff. It's hard to not just blow it all away. What does this and this color do? Neutralize. Pretty. Because it's like opposite on the color wheel. That's what I mean by neutralize. It sort of cancels, they cancel each other out. haven't used much of the dark brown either. Oh, it's so crumbly, the brown one. It's so interesting, the difference between something that's really scratchy and difficult to use versus the super crumbly ones. Is that more or less how you use them? I mean, what are rules anyway? This green is so fluorescent. I want to bring it back a little bit into reality. But you know me, I do love myself some hyper saturated colors. That's quite nice. I mean, this color is weird. The raw umber, what happened to it is weird, but it's kind of fun to mix with. Nice light pink. Fun. Some lemons. This is a fun page. I do like a good weird swatchy page in my life. I have been trying in my usual sketchbook to like embrace the swatchy pages more, and it's been very fun. This one is so bad. I need to like, yeah, I don't know, like do something with them to make them activate their usage powers. Yeah, I do. I wish there was some sort of a sap green in this set that I don't have to make myself. A bit of like orangey yellow. Yeah, I need like this, something like this in the set, like a really olivey, sappy green. That would be so lovely. It is fun to mix the colours though. See what happens. A little bit of red in. Maybe in a little bit of dark blue. Yeah, that's pretty. Bring it down a bit. Yeah, I do like an olivey kind of greeny brown. There's the green already on my finger. I do like this purple. I think that's a really pretty color. And this pink is pretty as well. I've never really used greys. I don't know. What should I add to that? Maybe the blue. Yeah, I mean, it's good for storms. if you're doing landscapes and it's kind of stormy. It's kind of nice. Yeah, fun. I mean, I feel like I've got the hang of it, more or less, with this situation. Yeah, I'd like to make a little artwork, I think. Be fun to also layer some watercolors down and then put this on top, and yeah, or have some elements that are watercolored and others that aren't. Yeah. Okay, I might leave it there for today, for today's little video. A bit of a play video, a bit of something different for you. I usually like to make a full artwork and stuff in the one video, but I'm going to leave it because I want to play a little bit more and make a little artwork. Yeah, maybe I'll film that too. I'm not sure. But that was really fun. That was a good experimentation. Super grossed out every time I think of all of that disintegrated foam stuff that was in the box. And now that the soft pastels have been out and kind of sitting in the sun for several hours, they're not sticky anymore. They feel quite good. And I mean, also lacking in greens, but I still had a really cute time playing and scribbling and just giving myself the excuse to just make a semi-ugly, semi-cool looking page. And also just swatching colors is really fun. I really do like swatching colors, and sometimes it's nice to do them in a really orderly way. Sometimes it's fun to swatch them in a really messy way. Both ways are correct, and both ways are very fun to do. I'm more inclined for the messy swatch, but it is very fun to also do it in a more clean way. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. And if you are someone who uses soft pastels regularly, throw some hot tips my way. I would love to hear. But also it's fun kind of stumbling around and figuring stuff out without researching it first and just seeing what happens, just diving in and playing around and just dealing with the color times. I like it. I think it's good. I think I'm going to have a lovely time and make some cute artworks, I think, with these pastels, with these chalky pastels, these pigments that I have now. Cool find for free, even though I had to deal with the gross stuff. I don't mind. Okay, have a wonderful day. Extra big kisses and cuddles to my patrons. You're the freaking cutest. You're the star sparkles in my eyeballs. I love ya. Okay, churu. See you next time.